am doing a scrapbook process video for you guys. Today I was out at Tuesday morning and I picked up this delightful little thing. It's called chips. It's little chipboard pieces, but it's in a bag that looks like potato chips. And it's got little like nutrition facts. I thought it was so cute. I'm like so sad to open it. These chips coordinate with the Pebbles From Me to You collection, which I've had for quite a while, and I can't wait to use this paper. I've used it like a couple of times, but in some like teeny tiny little mini albums that I did for the Christmas holidays. And so picking up the chipboard pieces kind of pushed me to want to do my scrapbook layout today, finally. We had a challenge on the Victoria Marie Facebook group to scrap using this layout. And it had lots of great embellishments on it. So instead of using the vertical 4x6, I'm going to do mine horizontal. Okay, so yeah, this is a picture of me and my roommates back in college, and they are some of my best friends. I still hang out with them and talk to them. I still hang out with them and talk to them, and I love them dearly. And the paper was really great because it's got a lot of things like rotary phones and hello, how are you? So it's great because we still all keep in contact, and actually the girl on the end, we actually are pen pals, which is great to get correspondence in the mail. So okay, yeah, here I go.
So this paper is really great. It had a lot of reds and greens and whites, and that was important to me because the picture is us at Christmas in 2002, and I wanted to pull Christmassy colors without it saying Christmas, because the idea of the layout was not for it to be about Christmas. It was about us being together and how much I love my girls. So I'm going through my papers and I'm picking out Christmassy pages, but well, not Christmassy, but reds, greens, whites, and then I add I'm going to add this other stripe that brings in some more color, like blues and browns, just to kind of break that up so it's not so Christmassy colored. Yeah, so I'm going to go through. I'm going to pick out that stripe, and I love the way that it looks with this newsprint that it actually has like it's like a dairy and farm something, and it was really cute because my girlfriend on the left, she grew up on a farm, and her parents had bought us all those pajamas, and I had actually gone out to the farm to visit them when I got mine, and then we came back and had official Christmas with the household. So yeah, so it's just a lot of fun, and I love the print, the newsprint, and I love the idea of using that as my white for my red, white, and green. So now I'm just going to go through, and I'm trying to use my scraps and not necessarily pull out whole pages because I had used the paper before and I had a lot of scraps laying around. I thought, well, let me see how much scrap I can use before I cut everything out. So the only thing that I actually have to use whole is the background sheet with the polka dots and the stripe that you see there. So now I'm looking at the inspiration, and I want to use the one closest to the right. The stripe had a punch, so those are my We Are Memory Keepers mini 8 punches. It came in a set of 4, and I got it for like $15 or $18 or something. And what it has is punches that you can do small doilies and different sizes, and also do just a punch along the edge, and also take the two edges and do the punch as a like a whole strip. But I just want to punch the edge of this, and I have to do it 3 times because I just absolutely, for some reason, couldn't figure out how to get it to to line up properly when I did the punching. So eventually I figure it out, and I think I get it about here. Yeah, and I figure it out, and it was complicated. No, I do it again. Yeah. I did it 3 times. I'm not going to joke. 3 times it took to figure it out. But I got it right after a while. And I love the way that it came out. I love the little edge. It created like a little doily strip down the side. Yeah, so I like this layout. I like the idea that I could do, because I had in the journaling spot, there's a punch that, I mean, it's like a torn paper edge, and I had a like a torn paper punch from Fiskars, and I really wanted to use it, but I ended up not using it because one of the embellishments looks like a torn paper, like a torn notebook paper. So I'm excited for that. So now here I am, third time's the charm, I guess. Is that it? And I'm finally gonna get this right. It's very hard to line up because the edge has to be along there, but then the ruffle has to be in with the design on the thing, and there's two different spots if you do it two different ways. Anyway, it's complicated, but they're really great punches when you use them right. So so here I'm just gonna layer everything together, and referring back again to the sketch. I keep referring back to the sketch. I really want to get it as close as possible. I love the idea that there were two tags and an embellishment on the left, and then on the bottom there were three little embellishments. I think it was like originally a Christmas layout. Yeah, you can see their little snowflakes. So I put my embellishments, where the snowflakes are. I'm just going to use, this is the only paper I don't use it, and the only embellishment that I don't use. I use different embellishments that aren't from the collection, but it's the only paper not from the collection. It's just regular black craft paper, black cardstock. And after I mount this on here, I'm starting to look, and I don't like all these hard edges after I did that pretty doily punch. So what you see is me looking for my corner punch, and I'm going to punch the corners of everything. I'm going to punch the corners of all of those strips of paper. I'm going to punch the corners of the picture and the black paper that that I've glued it to, because I really wanted to. Once I did that, I was like, everything's got to be round edge now. It just didn't look the same. It's been great to go through some of my old pictures and find stuff to scrapbook, because I hate the idea of my pictures just sitting in a box and nobody seeing them. And I mean, I don't have the originals, but I'm careful to use acid free, so I can preserve my memories in a place where I can really look at them and not just have them squirreled away. Okay, so very sadly, I have to cut open my little chip bag, but I cut it along the edge with my scissors so I really wanted to keep it. It's super cute. So this is me just going through, and I'm like, oh, here it is. Look, I see that edge, and I am like, oh, done and done. That's going to be for my journaling, especially because I had to do it a little smaller because I changed the orientation of the picture versus, that says the best things to hold onto in life is each other, and I thought, oh my god, that's so perfect. I love it. The tags in the picture were sideways, but I eventually do them vertically, just because I don't like reading sideways. I just didn't think it looked right, and I do change that up eventually. You'll see. What you'll all see eventually is that my camera's gonna cut out. I ran out of film and I had to go back, so here we are. You'll see everything's turned around and also not glued in the right place. On the left, I really mess this up, but I try to recover it. I just don't like the spacing. Just cutting down that striped paper so it fits underneath there, and I'm going to punch the corners of the edge that are going to be tucked in with those other strips, just so everything looks nice and neat. But the edge that's going to be the side that's against the end of the paper, I just leave it flat because there's no sense in making it round. I didn't think it would look right rounded. So, yep, I put everything aside, my camera dies, and then what you're not seeing is hours later, after my husband has emptied my little flash drive, or whatever, my card that's in my camera, I get back to this. So I decide to outline everything just to make it punch up a little bit, from the page, and I'm happy I did that. It looks so much better. It just really pops, and adds a little whimsy to it too, because I mean, it is Christmas and it should have had a little bit of fun. These are cutouts from the paper I fussy cut. They're little word bubbles. They say smile, thank you, thinking of you, hey there, love you. And I wanted also and I just love how much they pop once I outline them. They look so cute against the paper. There was a banner in the picture, so I used them in place of doing a banner. Right now I'm using, I believe that twine is American Crafts. I got like a whole package of it. You see it all the time, those like packages of like 1,000 ribbons and 1,000 twines or whatever. I got them all together, and it's like two of each, and I just picked out like an orange color because that red is not really red. It's like tomatoey red. So I picked out like a tomato red twine. And yep, so I just glue that down, and I'm going to start making a banner of sorts with my word bubbles. I'm going to pop a couple of them up just to give a little dimension. And when I glue this down, I was thinking of you. I should have glued it down a little further to the right, because it's covered up a little bit, but it's fine. Whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not the biggest deal that ever happened in the entire world. It's just a layout, Leah. But I do like the idea of that taking place of the banner, because I really didn't want to have to cut out little teeny tiny flags. Yeah, so what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. So instead of, there's another strip that's supposed to be like a punch, of a strip of paper that goes down the between all my layers, and I decide instead of using a punch, I'm going to use a stamp. This is a Fiskars stamp, and I wish I had like conditioned the stamp more because the ink just didn't want to stay. It was my first time using the stamp. Victoria Marie showed us how she conditions her stamp. She uses the pencil eraser and rubs off that kind of shiny sliminess on a new cling stamp, and it helps the ink to stay better. All right, now I'm going to do my journaling, and it says, even though we live far apart, we are still so very close. And I definitely am close with my girls. I talk to, I don't want to use their names, but the girl on the left, she was my maid of honor in my wedding 7 years ago. And we still talk a few times a month. The other girl who's to my right, she is still very close with me. She decided to go back to college after having been out of school for quite a while, and she really inspired me, and now she has a really great job, and she's very happy, married, kid. And the girl to the far right, again, she's my pen pal. She lives in Florida, and it's so nice to continue talking with them. Oh, that banner I cut out of paper from the collection, the red one that says hello, and that word together is from the Mombi Chips family collection, and it's like got a gold glitter to it. And then I'm gonna go through the collection, and I'm gonna find this one that says sisters, and it's perfect. The colors, pink was perfect. Everything about this just really came together really nicely. So now I couldn't figure out what to do as the title, because I knew I wanted to use the words together and all of us, but I decided to use the all of us, this little sticker that I just put down, instead of using there was like words script that was separate letters, and I decided to use the embellishment instead, because I really wanted it to say sisters together, something together, not really all of us together. And I like that little embellishment takes place of the snowflake. So what am I doing? I'm looking through for something. I don't know. Oh, the flowers on the right, that little cluster of 3 flowers mimics the 3. Oh, roller date stamp. I couldn't find one that went all the way back to 2002. I was like, oh no. So I had to write it by hand. But yeah, that little cluster of flowers are chips from that little collection. So I'm looking over my thing, and I'm good. Thumbs up, done. Very excited. It came out really nicely. Some close-ups for you so you can see everything. I may go back and write something in that spot that says be happy, but I don't know. I kind of like it the way it is. Oh, and that I sprayed shine mist on the page and then did a little bit of sprinkling too. It's a cherry, I think it's called, is the color, from Heidi Swap. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my layout, and take care.